Welcome back. In this video, we're going to start working on building up the level, hopefully just add a few more spawners, and then get working on the camera controller. So one thing, what we've got here, I mean, we've just got an open scene. We don't have anything exciting going on. So let's put in some walls. And the easiest way to do that, well, I guess the easiest way is add some game objects and put them in. But I'm going to show you something else so that you can add more to your level later on. One thing that I've installed is the Pro Builder. And so at the moment under Tools, I've got the Pro Builder here. I'll show you how to get that. So if you go under Window, and then you go under your Package Manager, make sure that you switch the packages to Unity Registry, and then you just search for, Pro Builder. Here it is, right? You'll find it, and then it will say install here, and you can install it. So do that, and once you've got that installed, come on back to the video, and I'll show you how the tools work here. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a bit like Blender, perhaps. So under Tools, Pro Builder, and then you've got, the sort of a bunch of different things here. You can explore. I'm going to go to Pro Window Builder, or the window, sorry, bring up the Pro Builder window, and then you can see there's a bunch of different things. Just new shape, and under the shapes there, you could choose whatever you want. Again, feel free to play around and add different ones. I'm going to add a cube. Now, I've already set my settings here, 1, 7, 40. Again, you can set those settings whatever you want, but I've just got that there. Build, and it should be in here. Now, just because of where my camera placed, I'm just going to set those to 0, 0, 0. There's the wall. Okay, and so now we've got this wall here. So we're going to actually work on it a little bit more. And make sure you don't do what I do and just close this off. Make sure you hit build again, and you'll get this one that sort of is I guess, I'm not sure if it's the white one or the blue one, but once you've got, it looks like two of them there, I think you can close this off. And now you've got the real one. So here's your real wall. And you can kind of see, I'm trying to figure out why I made a few extra ones here. So let me just get rid of these guys here. Make sure I was just messing around earlier. There we go. So there's my cube here. Now, we can sort of actually manipulate it. So this is why it's a little bit better than your regular cube kind of thing, right? You can actually go in and extrude and play around with it. So let me just show you how to do that. So if you are here, we've got sort of the face select on, and I can sort of grab a piece. Now, this hole is one thing at the moment. Sorry about the jump there. I'm trying to get the snapping to work, and for some reason there is an issue. So I'm not 100% sure. The snapping works fine here. I can turn it on and off, although it is hard to see if it's on or off. I'm just trying to get it to snap, but as soon as I go into face selection mode, it seems to come off. So I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, we'll just go with it. What we want to do here is sort of extrude and create different shapes here. So I'm going to create a kind of a box around this, and then we'll sort of work at it as we go here. So, oops, I didn't want to do that. So to make a face, basically, or sort of extrude this face, you just select this side we want. So I'm going to grab this little bit here. I'm going to go Control E, which extrudes, and you can see it adds a little piece there. And then I can sort of pull this along. Now, and it seems to be snapping actually now too, so that's good. So maybe just make sure your snapping's on before. So you have to be on global and make sure that that's turned on. And you can see it jumping out one piece. So the nice thing is I can extrude the one, and then I can come in here, so grab this new face, right? Not the whole thing, but just this. And if I go Control E, I can extrude and then just drag that out. So my end goal here is to create a bit of an arena, I guess. So I'm just going to stretch that out, move that out of the way. Again, this, what you make here isn't, the end all and be all here. You can modify it after. So I'm just going to come in. Again, I'm going to extrude it, because the key thing is if I try to just extrude this, the whole thing's going to come out. So what I'm going to do is just go Control E again, pull out one piece, grab that, Control E again, and then I can sort of pull this out. Okay, So I'm gonna turn off perspective, go to the top view, and just sort of drag this out. And again, this is not, there's nothing magical here. Whoops. I'm just trying to get this to look reasonable. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. And then what I'm going to do, I might have to fix it up over there. Sorry, I'm in orthographic now. So I'm just going to extrude this one out. So Control E for extrude, grab that corner piece, Control E, and then just drag it this way. I might have to make a little adjustment over here, but that's fine. So I'm just going to line that up. Top view and perspective. Sorry, this doesn't work out too well here. Okay, so maybe I'll go back into perspective. So you can probably hurry me up along here. Okay, so I'm just trying to add this face. So I'm just going to extrude this out. So Control E. And I don't know why it's gone to rotation. Boom. Okay, there we go. So now I've got a little arena. I think I'll add a couple more cubes just in the inside here, just to fill it in a bit more. And obviously I have to put my players in there. In the end, it's going to be sort of that top down. Okay. If this isn't big enough, we'll just make it bigger later. It's not a big deal. So we just get a new shape, cube. This time it's actually going to be a cube. Let's make this maybe 7 by 7 by 7. Sure. Build that in. Now it's just too low, so let's just bring that up. There. And then I always find, so I've got that, and then I have to build again, and then I've actually got it. So let's just take, because that's one of them is the sort of almost like the builder brush. So how did that happen? Just give it a second here. Just make sure you're on the object selection tool. That's my mistake there. And then you can just pull that in. And so I'm just going to create a few sort of in the area. I'll just duplicate that. I think I can now just go Control D, just like we would before. And just to sort of, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. Again, it's not a big deal here. We're just trying to create something. In fact, I might fix it up better after. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to close this one up. And I guess I'm done. I'm not going to texture them just to save some time here. You can put some materials on them if you want. And then I guess I'm just going to grab these guys and the blaster shot. Actually, I can get rid of that blaster shot, I guess. And just put them into my arena here. And then get rid of that blaster shot. I don't think so. I'm just going to make sure the overrides. There's no overrides there, so we're good. And I just noticed as well that this spawner, we didn't make it actually into one of our prefabs. So let's drag that in and make sure it is a prefab. So would you like to create a new original prefab? Yes, or a variant. So we will create a new original one, I think. There we go. So there's our spawner one. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll put a few of those. I thought I got rid of that blaster shot. Oh, I didn't get rid of it. I guess I made sure the overrides. And just make sure the player doesn't have any overrides. No overrides. And the mummy, I guess, no overrides. Good. So we should be pretty good there. I'm going to just set up a few of these spawners. Okay. Just get rid of that. So where is my spawner here? There it is. It's that way. I'll just put it against this wall over here. And it should be snapping. So if I go into that top view, I don't know why it's jumping out at me. I don't usually experience that. But anyways, so we don't want it. Yeah, I guess it's right into the wall there because it is on snapping. So I'm just going to pull that away a little bit. I guess I should go in and take a better look. Make sure it's on an isographic. Good. So that looks reasonable. So I'm just going to put a few of those. Control D to duplicate it. Maybe a couple more over here. Control D. Control D, and maybe I'll just move this one back. Okay, so we've got those there. Now the next part that we want to look at is the camera controller. So much like the Pro Builder tool, we're going to have to install Cinema Machine to do our camera. And again, it's just a real easy way of doing the camera. So I've already installed it here, but you do the same thing. Package Manager, search for Cinema Machine in the Unity registry and install it. So what we're going to do is bring in a camera here. So I'm just going to click that off, go up to Cinema Machine here, create virtual camera. And so this virtual camera, we're going to leave a lot of this alone here, but just make a few changes. One is we need to see who it's going to follow. So we're going to get it to follow the player. So I'll just drag the player in. The look at's not too important, but we will also just put the player there for the moment. Now down below, and this might be closed up here, we'll leave it on transposer for body, but we're going to lock, instead of lock to target with world up, we're going to just change that to world space. And so it gives you this 0, 0, 0. I think if we switch to game, we can kind of see. So that's the perspective at the moment, okay? So it's on its side. What we're going to do is set that to 0. This we're going to set to above. So I'm going to sort of 10 up, and then we'll be right on top. So 0. Okay, so now we've got that top-down perspective. And I think it will work. Let's just check to see. Good. So it's not bad. Now, it does a few weird things. So as I move, it's starting to make me feel sick already. The camera is rotating as well, as you can sort of see. So there's a few little issues. Easy to fix that. Instead of aim, we're just going to do nothing. So that way, the camera is always sort of fixed. There it is. Okay. And it is, let's just see, our guys should be up here. There's our zombies coming at us. So things should be working pretty well. Okay. We got a bit of it's because my mouse is that way. Perfect. Now you'll notice we're still going through walls. So in the next video, we'll fix that up, but we've got now at least a minor bit of a play area. Okay. We've got the zombies coming out, and we've got a camera that works reasonably well. So we'll get those walls, we'll put some colliders on those walls next.